goofy.
I know, okay, so we already fucked up, guys. I started recording now, by the way. We already fucked up.
Okay.
Apparently, if you put a post
I
on a...
didn't do shit.
Sorry, yeah, no, I fucked up. Apparently, if you put a post on a timer, it'll just, like, A, the post itself will disappear, and then B, if I go into the archive section, the comments will just disappear because it says comments will not yet supported for archive posts. So now I can't see any of the comments I left under the little heads up we were doing. So that's ruined. Uh, Sorry if you left a comment there. There wasn't a whole lot, but I know some you did. Sorry, please post it again, I guess. But anyway, we're playing catch up this week. Woohoo! All right. So first thing we're catching up on is the epilogues for MHA and Jujutsu Kaisen. So what did
Which one
you
are we talking about first?
let's talk about the more interesting one first. What did you think about the JJK epilogue?
I didn't like it. I didn't like
It's
it
a
very much.
fine. It's fine. I like
Um,
Panda section. It's all right.
Panda section was just like
It was
it's
cute.
like okay, it was cute, but like it's not a very satisfying epilogue for Panda. I didn't like Nobara's at all. It was as hollow as the rest of her
Let's
character.
be honest. Was there any way you would have liked no bars?
No, so she shouldn't have had one. I didn't get mad at Megumi's because it wasn't there. The best one was probably just Ice, Ice non-binary.
Oh yeah, no, like we actually like got something for him, which was nice, cool.
That was just that was the character who
Overall, no
very
strong feelings though.
no, it was like oh the Ice one was pretty neat. Otherwise, very flaccid. I think we for Itadori's was fine.
Yeah, he gets a
I
girlfriend.
didn't
Good for
dis
him.
I didn't dislike anything about it. I liked the stuff about winter and snow. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
Um, Otherwise, no, I don't really care. It's implied Yuta lived to be a grandpa, which is good for him. He didn't die early as a sorcerer. That's
Hell
nice.
yeah.
Um,
Good for him.
yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, all right. Now, MHA. Oh boy, I can't believe the thing we complained about most just got addressed and it was nice.
Woo, the thing we disliked the most, that the romance was underdeveloped, just got a great fucking ending. Also, we should probably bring this up. Everyone on Twitter was fucking lying because we had to wait for like 2 weeks after it came out to get a good translation. And everyone was like, oh, the gays are mad and the straights are mad. And we're like, oh, what the fuck is it gonna be? So then we go in, and you literally have the scene in the car where Bakugo's like, hey, Deku, stop being a bitch. And he's not literally saying it, but he's saying, go talk to Ochako, you bitch. And it's like, okay, that's why the gays are mad. And then we get to the Deku Ochako stuff, and it's like, wait, that's just what happened. You're just mad because they didn't kiss, you
Yeah, I
fucking
know. It was
loser.
like, dude, Deku got cooked. It's confirmed now. They never got together. It's like, what do you mean? They're getting together. They're going on a date soon.
That's very clear.
That's literally
They're
how
just
it
mad
ends.
that they're literally just mad that they didn't get a kiss. Like, if it's not
They're
physical,
so
then it doesn't count.
You see, this is the problem. In all the other epilogues, you got like Naruto, Bleach. Like they had a kid, which proves it's scientific proof that they had sex. There's no
Mhm.
scientific proof that Deku had sex. Therefore, he got cucked, and by extension, we the audience who self-insert
Mhm.
onto Deku got cucked. Do you understand, Shiki?
Yeah.
This is
So basically,
unbelievable.
but overall, I like the epilogue. There was a lot of cool stuff. I like how much Shoto looks like his dad when he gets
I
older.
loved the chair in Bakugo's car. This is the
Oh,
best
the
part of the whole
chair
thing. Yeah.
was hilarious. I love Kirishima and Mina being these little worms that keep just hogging that just keep fucking leeching off of Bakugo having a nice car. I think that's really funny.
Yeah, it's cute.
Um I liked a lot of the just some of the small reveals with the hero ranking and stuff. Like, oh, Aoyama works at Hagakure's agency. That's really fun.
Yeah. It was overall just really
Also,
nice.
yeah, also we got to see a new hot mount lady and a new hot Mirko, which is really all I can ever ask for.
Yeah, I also liked how like throughout the chapter, the way they portrayed Toga almost felt like they were making her like all for one in Shigaraki's head, like it's kind of framed
Yeah,
like that, which is kind of
it
fun.
was fun. Uh, yeah, I like most of the reveals with the character stuff. I like that Mineta's super low ranking. I like that now because rankings aren't relevant the way they used to be. Bakugo is it's not that big of a deal that Bakugo is ranked like not even in the top 10 anymore. Um, because like the most important Bakugo line in the epilogue is him saying he would gladly accept a sidekick that wants to surpass him, which shows that Bakugo is no longer obsessed with his ranking but his effect on the future.
Yeah, overall just like pretty good. Great,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
great addition.
I love the scene where they're like, "Hey, Kaminari, are you and Jiro dating?" And then there's the shot of Jiro laughing no, Kaminari laughing no, and then Momo on the side, and it's like, "Oh, Horikoshi is fucking with the shippers so much because
Oh
it's
my
like,
god, bro!
I'm
I
not
can't believe
confirming
I
Jiro
can't. Not
Kaminari,
only
and
did
I'm
Deku
not
get cucked,
confirming Jiro
not
Momo."
only did Deku get canonically cucked, we also canonically cucked my Lightning Boy and his perfect ship Amp Girl. What
hmm
happened? Why is this the timeline
I
we
feel
live in,
like the
Shiki?
gays should be happy about that because the in implication there is that Jiro Momo is way more likely, which is funny. What's funny is I'm pretty sure the only confirmed couple is Mushroom Girl and Shadow Boy, which is funny. Oh, I love Comwy Woods post time skip design.
Oh yeah, no, he all the bushels and green around him
Leaves and
now.
shit. He looks
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
I
that
was a
was
big
good.
fan. So overall, it's fun, just fun, good. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, people are so
Obviously, it did fix
weird.
our second biggest problem, which was the systemic racism being
Okay,
poorly
no, no,
handled.
no, no,
But
no.
you know, no, but Puff is fine. I remember literally before it came out, what I told you is unless there's 6 pages of like Shoji yapping about how he's fixing it, then that's not a realistic ass.
They just gotta glance over it. Like
Yeah.
it's
So
too late. It's
otherwise,
too
it
late to go
was
back around
yeah,
try and do
yeah,
this better. I
yeah.
think
So
just
otherwise, it was fun and I liked it.
yeah.
Hooray!
Woohoo. And that chair was the best part. I love that chair so much.
Oh, it was super
It was
funny. I don't know why
so
the
funny. I
fuck he
loved it.
has that.
I loved it so much. Okay.
All right.
All right. I
Now
guess now
for
catch up for
backlogging.
comments. Yeah.
All right, first the power bottom video of.
Woo.
I'm so glad it didn't perform well.
It's never too late, Shiki. It could just randomly explode one day, like some
No, well,
videos do.
all right. Let's go in order. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. All Lannisters are bad at fucking. That's my headcanon. They don't be fucking. Well, you're just wrong. I'm sorry. Tywin built a tunnel to a brothel because he loves sex so much. Tyrion fucks all the time. Cersei and Jaime fuck all the time. I guess you could say Tywin and Tyrion are bad at it because they have to pay for it. And Jaime doesn't fuck that much. He only fucks Cersei. But Cersei fucks a lot. So at the very least, one of them's good at it.
Yeah.
um, let's see here. In your upcoming, oh Puff, there's a question for you.
Ooh. Oh, right, the character design one.
Yeah.
All right. So the question is, I was gonna ask Puff, how did you understand character design? Like, I never figured out that Luffy's shorts and short sleeves emphasizes stretchiness, like how aspects, yeah, whatever. So like, basically, it's not like I was like trained to do it or like learned to do it. Or whatever. It's like 90% you vibe it, or at least that's how
Yeah.
I go about it. Just like understand, shapes, symbols and associations, and then if you want some cool advice about it, I should just check out like a fashion channel or something. Like there's this one, I'm forgetting his name, but sometimes like rates like anime character fits. Like he has like a JoJo and a One Piece video and a Bayonetta video. That's all
Well,
great.
you
Like
got mad about the hat.
yes, I got mad about the hat. Okay, okay, a stupid we're going off topic right. Okay, so in this video, he's like rating the fits from Bayonetta 3, right? And he's like, oh, he's liking most of them. It's like, oh yeah, this is cool. You know, the color changes are a bit tacky, but like the originals are like pretty good and solid. And then he gets to I forget what it's called, but it's like the magic magician Bao's outfit, right? And you know
Okay.
it's like it's like this suit with like overalls, and you know he's like, this one confuses me because it feels like it's missing something, and then I'm just thinking it's because you're supposed to be wearing it while using the weapon Abracadabra, which is literally a top hat and a cane and a cape, and like it's literally just like
That's
you fight
funny.
with those magic weapons. Like you're supposed to you're missing half the outfit, and it's like, oh no, like he clearly likes Bayonetta, but he has not played this game, and I'm mad now because he's making a video about a game he's never
That's
played.
funny.
Well,
That's funny.
anyway, check out fashion channels if you like wanna like start learning how to do that stuff. Yeah, I guess that's the advice I would
Yeah.
give.
Well, in general, I don't think we're good people to explain how to learn analysis because quite literally, we learned from watching smart YouTubers and then being debate nerds when we were younger.
Oh
Those are
yeah, yeah.
literally the two methods.
No, like literally, like everything I learned in English class does not make it into any of the videos I make. Honestly.
Oh no, yeah, no, all of my arguing comes from.
As
No, the only
far
thing,
as
the
I'm
only
concerned, Kraftsdorf was my teacher.
No, I think the only relevant English class thing we get is when we just yell, "Cite your fucking sources."
Oh yeah, no, like that obviously. Yeah, do that. Like
That's just like
stuff
the only
related to like
thing.
journalism and like citing source and stuff like that's helpful. But like when it comes to
Yeah,
like narrative analysis of any kind, I don't like
yeah.
even
So
when I think back to like
we are
essays about like
shitting
books I
on.
had to do, I never remember getting any question like, can you explain this character's character arc? It was just like, what do you think the character was thinking or feeling at the time?
Yeah,
And I think that's as deep as it got.
yeah, that's fair because I took like slightly advanced classes in late high school, so I got like a few where it's like write an essay on any theme from the book, and then you get an A by writing about a theme that you're confident no one else will because it shows that you're creative. Very
Cool.
stupid class, but yeah. Now, basically, just yeah, we're not. I don't think we're great at this because quite literally, it's just like osmosis from smarter people and arguing. Because quite literally, nothing makes you want to understand something you like more than people telling you it's shit and you being like, "Well, no, it's not,
Oh no, dude.
bitch."
The thing I'm convinced that 90% of good YouTube analysis is fueled by spite. Or not just YouTube analysis, like media analysis in general. It's fueled by spite. Like you guys don't get it. I have to tell you how to get it.
um, let's see. Let me see if there's anything underneath the other Game of Thrones video worth talking about. Someone pointed out
Someone
that we kept
suggested.
mixing up locations, which is true.
Yeah, someone suggested to make a fairy tale powerbomb video. That I think that's coming sooner or later.
That's probably the next one.
Yeah,
Oh, so I am going to call out someone. Someone said Davos was the only character who came out reasonably well in Game of Thrones.
I
No,
disagree.
the fuck he didn't.
I
He came out
disagree.
terrible. Starts following Jon
I
like a
wouldn't
lost
say like
dog for no reason.
terrible because like Daenerys is terrible.
Well,
Davos
that's
is
because
just
Davos
bad.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I think Davos is
Yeah, well,
just bad.
Davos is like he forgot that his son died. He barely remembers Stannis and Shireen. He never remembers that he is a lord of a location and a husband to a wife that he loves. He forgot all of that. He just fucking falls around Jon fucking Snow.
Yeah.
So that wasn't great. Um, all right, that's it on that one.
All right, so let's check out the last Hunter x Hunter video. Woohoo! All right,
Woo.
a video idea. If they won tier list, which is kind of like the did nothing wrong, but like instead of how morally justified you think they are, it's a how much would you want to live in the world they make, which is kind of a fun idea.
That's an interesting idea. I think the only flaw would be most would be like, this sucks ass, I'm going to die. Or this is a little bit worse than the status quo.
I am playing through Fire Emblem Three Houses right now. I'm like, I feel like that game. I think the discourse around that game is like literally just about stuff like that and like who did nothing wrong and stuff, which I
Mhm,
think is probably one of the most fair cases I've seen
mhm,
so far. At least I haven't finished the last two routes. Maybe that'll
mhm,
change my mind. Turns out, I suspect that one or two characters might turn out to just be either plainly evil or completely
mhm.
misguided. But
Oh no,
who
we
knows?
did
Maybe they'll
get
be good till
we
the
did get
end.
one more funny Game of Thrones comment. Someone said we're stupid because we clearly haven't read the books. Dog, we were ranking the show character.
Oh yeah, wasn't it literally just about like how like for the
How
second
much the
video,
show
right?
ruined them. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's about the show ruining them.
No, I don't know what your point is there. I would see here. Someone pointed out that Shaman King has a really good post series like mesh of series, which I know I'll read it eventually. Let's see here. Could you imagine if Kubo or Oda just wrote what the fans wanted to see instead of their passion? Oh God, One Piece if Oda did what the fans wanted. Dear God, oh no.
Oh no! If he did what the fans wanted, we wouldn't get a fun Arrow Paramecia fruit. We'd get the super ancient
Mhm,
mummy
mhm.
zone. It was like,
Yeah.
whoa! It's like a wow! Oh my god! And then it comes into mythology, and like
Mhm,
it turns out all all the gods' knights are gonna be mythical zones that are all like for some other reason. And Paramecias are bad because like we can't make fun theories with Paramecias because they're too abstract. Fuck Paramecia. We'll never see another
mhm.
Paramecia fruit again. Everyone's an ancient zone or a mythical zone. There's no in
All right,
between.
next. The ultimate way Togashi could subvert readers' expectations is by writing the final arc to be as a generic shonen as possible, which I don't agree with. Like Hunter, like Yu Yu Hakusho, for example, is a pretty generic shonen ending, and like I feel like we can kind of assume some things about Hunter x Hunter. At the end, all of the world is going to learn the world's best kept secret. I don't know. The whole world's going to learn what Nen is. That's going to happen. That's no longer going to be a secret. Like I can guarantee
Possibly,
that. I can guarantee Karapika, if he doesn't die, is gonna like go blind or something.
yeah.
Maybe he'll go blind and Leorio will save him, and he'll still have his scarlet eyes, but none of the power. That could be fun because he's a
Maybe.
doctor. That could be fun.
Ooh.
Um, Killua is gonna fuck up his family, and I don't know what the fuck Gon's gonna do. Probably fight Gyro or something.
He's
um,
gonna go on an adventure. He's gonna go on
I
an
will admit,
adventure.
it's still hard to fully say how the ending's gonna be because we don't know who the final villain is, which is
Yeah.
difficult.
Like it is kind of like
Um,
it's either Gyro or maybe possibly like the one of the princes, like I forget which number he is and what his name is, but like the super evil one who's like really strong or
yeah.
something.
Oh,
Maybe they're building him up to
Seradnik.
be a
Yeah,
they're building
Seradnik
him up
seemed.
to be a final villain.
No, I
Maybe.
see two. Either Seradnik is going to be a big deal, or he's going to be hyped up to be the strongest man ever. He's going to take one step on the Dark Continent and die instantly.
Oh yeah, no, that's
It's going to
possible.
be one of the two.
Like he's gonna win the
um,
whole thing, and then as soon as they get there, he's just gonna die. It's like, well, I guess the baby's king now because it's the only one
yeah,
left.
and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit, the Dark Continent is spooky as fuck. What the hell?" Well, also Beyond Netero is gonna be a pretty big deal, but I'm not sure how much of an antagonist he's gonna be. He seems like he might be more like a neutral force that's helpful and harmful at the same time, like
Yeah, like he
Hisoka.
has his own goals and he's gonna pursue them, and he might get in Gon's way, or like he might end up helping Gon at certain points. Like it's easy to
Yeah.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna talk about Game of Thrones, you should talk about people thinking the ending of the show was the same as what George R. R. Martin was gonna do, and because the audience reaction, he gave up on ever finishing the ending. All right, here's what I will say. A lot of things that happen in the show, everyone agrees, will probably happen in the books, but in a non-bullshit way.
Yeah,
And I
like
will also agree that George R. R. Martin, looking at a bunch of people see his ideas and calling them the dumbest shit of all time, like that bum him out. Of course, they
yeah,
don't mean
that's
literally
definitely
his execution,
discouraging. Yeah.
but that would probably still bum him the fuck out. Or hell, I just imagine watching an adaptation of his magnum opus go down in flames probably sucked a lot of his
And
motivation.
I can't even imagine what like it must have felt like for him, because like he was like involved in the process, seemed pretty excited about it at certain times. So like
Yeah.
wow, oh my god,
So,
poor
yeah,
poor guy.
so like obviously the ending will not be 1-to-1. He's not gonna fucking do. Daenerys remembers that Jon won't fuck her and that Missandei got her head cut off, and then commits the massest of genocides, and then becomes Hitler. And then Arya goes to die in the West, and Sansa's fucking usurped Jon, but they're not treating it as evil. No, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, like again, like if you want to make Daenerys a villain, you can make that work.
No,
Just,
she'll happen in a
just
non-stupid
do
way.
so. Just make it happen in a way that like A feels natural and B, is fucking cool and not stupid.
Yeah. Let's see here. Given how young shonen tropes were, I'm now more annoyed at the one time someone said Hunter x Hunter deconstructs shonen, and that makes it worse than other shonen because it never tries to show the pure joy of shonen and wants to ruin everything. That's fucking hilarious.
But like, doesn't it
That's
show the pure joy?
hilarious.
Sure, I mean, you get cool fights. You get
Like
like
it's
you
like
get
I
like
could
Gon
see
wanting
like
to
if
like you get a rival for Gon and Hisoka. It's like, who
yeah
he's an obstacle I must overcome, and he's gonna try his
no
best to
but
do that. You get fun
I
training arcs. You get
I
you get a
think
lot of
this
good
well
shonen stuff from
they definitely
Hunter x Hunter.
articulated it poorly, but I think all they mean is they didn't like Hunter x Hunter that much because it's a lot more downer than like Naruto, which it is.
Yeah, sure, okay,
Like not like horribleness of events, but just like the minute to minute tone. Hunter x Hunter has a more downer tone.
yeah.
I'm it has to be so I'm not 100% sure, but I remember that one of the reasons Game of Thrones season 8 was so bad was because either the director or the writer was getting poached by Disney for Star Wars. Yeah, they very well obviously they were rushing Game of Thrones. The last two seasons had like way less episodes. And also yes, they were going to do a Star Wars and then didn't. I assume one of the main reasons for that is because everyone fucking hated the other thing they made.
They got too
um
greedy.
Not gonna lie, he's better about Ultimate Ninja Storm being better than the anime. Anime, dead ass, there's a chance because the anime
All
is
right.
not great.
All right.
Um,
That's a weird that's a weird comparison because on one hand it's like, all right, it's like a movie version that you get to play, so it's like, shorter pace, so they're gonna cut a lot of cool stuff, but also it's gonna take away all the pain that would come from watching the anime that's super long and has a ton of
Yeah.
filler
The
and all
anime
that.
has a lot of good
In
scenes
terms
at
of
least.
animation, it's like our animation, they might be like par for the most part. Like, I'm not sure if anything in the games look as cool as like the final Naruto versus Sasuke fight, but like in general, I remember the games looking really good in the
Oh,
cutscenes
the
and all those quick
ultimates are
time
fucking
events.
hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Another weird thing about a subset of Hunter x Hunter fans are the ones who, for whatever reason, compare it to MHA, particularly the comparisons between Deku and Gon, because they're both protagonists that have dark green hair, hit really hard, and go a little bit overboard, destroying their limbs. I do think that the comparison between Gon and Deku was done partially because of, yes, they're both green, and I think the other reason is because MHA, like normie analysis, peaked at the sports festival, so they wanted to compare it to another tournament arc. So they're like, "Oh, look, Gon."
Yeah.
Because honestly, Deku and Gon aren't very interesting to compare. I would much rather compare Gon to like Luffy and Goku, and I would much rather compare Deku to like Asta.
I'd almost say you're like kind of meant to compare Gon to Goku in a way,
Yeah,
almost like in an intentional way.
yeah, yeah. Just like there's more interesting parallels you can make among other prominent battle shonen protagonists.
Yeah.
Because like Deku, like for one, Deku lives in like a fairly contemporary society, but superpowers, whereas Gon fucking lives in bullshit land. So that's a big one. Um, this is random, but it blows my mind. You guys like Fairy Tail? Yeah, we're kind of cool like
Yeah,
that.
we like Game of Thrones and Fairy Tale.
Hmm.
Get over it,
I
nerd.
think Sasuke Killua comparison comes from Itachi and Balumi being imposing older brothers. Oh, that's fair. We said the only reason Mother's Basement compared Sasuke to Killua was because lightning, but they do also hate their older brothers. That is a second thing.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, like, it ends up
Sure.
like
No, it's still
coming
a shit
out in a very
comparison. It's
different
just
way.
him being like same thing. Um, let's see here. Orochimaru had his arms again when he fought Four Terrors Naruto. Fucking oops. Okay.
Wait, I thought he still couldn't use it, like the curse
No,
carried
because he
over to the new
summoned
body.
the he summoned the gates.
Oh, right, he did. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Or maybe Kabuto helped him with that. I don't fucking remember. We'll just say we're wrong because I don't care.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't hate the whole arc. Oh, it's just someone being like, "Hey, man, the boat arc is very wordy." Yeah, it is. um, let's see here. Naruto's story is still garbage and get worse whenever Hunter x Hunter went on hiatus. That's a very funny own. Naruto's quality is based on whether or not Togashi is making stuff for Horikoshi to rip off. That's a funny insult. Uh,
Hmm.
um, yeah, I don't care. Let's see here. Is there anything else? Nothing else on this one.
Oh,
Next
apparently, like he
is
had them, but like he didn't completely get them back.
okay.
Yeah, like he got like
So
limited
he had
use of his
shitty
arms
arms.
after yeah. Like he was able to like move them again and do some stuff, but like apparently it was limited and to get them fully back, he had to do the white snake thing and the reincarnation through Kabuto thing to get it back completely. But he made
All right, let's
progress,
see.
so good for him.
Okay, well, wait, we missed a comment on the first Hunter x Hunter.
Ooh, well, which one?
Let's see here. Oh, this is just let's see here. Okay, they're talking about when we made fun of Maname Matt. Let's see. Regarding Maname Matt, just due to the inherent subjectivity involved in reading a story, I guess it's easy to clash with their attempted point. I find their sort particularly bothersome because it feels like 90% of their points are based on pure adaptation rather than reading the source. More importantly, only seeing Battle Shonen for the Battle Shonen rather than and being unable to engage with other themes. I don't even agree with that because if you just like Hunter x Hunter as a Battle Shonen, Meruem's peak because he was in the Netero fight.
Yeah, that's true. Like I remember, like when that came out, that was in like back then. I think like I watched a ton of like top 10 epic anime battles of 2013, and Miriam would have been in all of them
Yeah,
because it looked
because he's
awesome.
cool. All right, we already replied to the Jujutsu comments on a One Piece video. We're gonna save the One Piece comments for the next One Piece video.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me check our final MHA video.
Woohoo!
With the whole quirkless representation, I think the best way Horikoshi could take that path would have been to have a quirkless villain. Eh, I don't find that. Wait. I'm not talking villain Deku. I'm talking a quirkless person like Nezu who just wants to see the world burn. No big sob story, no redemption, just a fucking madman. I don't know. What?
I
What? Why
don't
would you want that?
uh like I
Like,
guess
if
I
wait,
guess
but
it's hard not to see like because you know like oh like Deku started as a boy with no quirk, so on the final ones he got the quirk, like sure that's cool, but like that alone I don't think is enough to
yeah.
like outdo Shigaraki.
I think the best time for you to have had a quirkless villain, like he says, actually would have been the Overhaul arc. Because the Overhaul arc was about the old Vanguard, the Yakuza, being overtaken by these new stupid fucking villains. So the old Vanguard possibly being led or having prominent quirkless users would have made sense.
Yeah.
So that would have been fun. OMG, please do bad miraculous takes. I would love to.
Dude, we're gonna rewatch the whole show, all 6 seasons, and
Uh,
it'll be great. And then we're gonna
yeah, we'll
do
have a great time.
we'll
I don't
watch like
wanna.
18 2 hour long rewrite videos and stuff like that, and it'll be such a good time,
Yeah.
such a
Um,
great time.
I don't want to have to wait till the target demo grows up to develop media literacy and reevaluate it like I had to for Steven Universe and Bleach. That's not even a good point because with Steven Universe and Miraculous, a lot of the people making the multi-hour long hit pieces aren't the target demographic. These are grown-ass adults.
No, dude, we're not even the target demographic for One Piece anymore, man.
No. Like admittedly with Miraculous, its critics seem less bad because like a lot of Steven Universe hit piece videos were made by like literal neo-Nazis.
Oh yeah, no, I
Mm,
remember. I remember.
yeah, so like Miraculous, from what we can tell, doesn't have that problem.
No.
Um, all right, next. Let's see here. Let's see here. Weird question, but oh wait, no. Oh hey, I think we're good. Oh my God, are we good? Is that everything that we
Oh,
have to
is
talk about?
that it?
Oh fuck, we have. Oh wait, we also have a Bleach and a Nard and a Fairy
Uh
Tale. Let me check them. Bleach time.
Yeah, we got to get past half an hour somehow for the
Yeah,
2K
or else what are we
subscriber
doing?
special.
Our whole thing is making long ass videos.
I feel kind of bad because it almost felt like, oh, we hyped it up by calling it the 2K special and putting up that post and asking
But
for
all
stuff.
counterpoint, the 1K special was equally stupid.
The 1K special was brilliant, and it still is. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's
It's only
lovely.
funny because you recorded it several months in advance. Um, okay, I feel that certain criticisms of Bleach are valid but blown out of proportion. Oh fuck, we've already responded to these comments.
Yeah,
Damn it,
we
we might
did.
be cooked.
We're the true old
We might be
man.
we might be cooked, Puff.
Okay,
We got someone to read Eden Zero. That's pretty hype. That's
yay.
pretty hype.
We made a positive difference in the world. Woohoo.
Oh, someone wasn't paying attention, so so they called you wrong when you said Gray and Juvia were problematic. Even though you were joking.
Yeah, no, I was joking. Like the silly cartoon lady can be a little problematic by real world standards. I'm completely okay with that.
All
I'm
right,
not gonna
Puff,
apply real
unfortunately.
world
Oh wait,
standards.
I can check the Dragon Ball video, but otherwise I think we're out of comments.
All right, so I guess you want to pad this out by talking about our media threads and our favorite things that we experienced last year.
Who gives it's a Q&A. That's close enough.
Yeah.
Um
So, in case you don't
um
know what a media thread is, every time we experienced something last year, we just like put it down in a list on Twitter, and
yeah,
at the
we're
end of the year,
fucking the worst.
yeah, and then
Following us is probably a fresh hell.
yeah, and so like at the end of the year we just made a list of our favorite things. So now I'm recording my phone screen. Maybe I can sync this up to the video now. So anywho, I start off with my favorite albums, which is The Jaws of Life from Pierce the Veil, The Miseducation
Hmm.
of Lauryn Hill from Lauryn Hill,
Wow,
GNX
it's
from Kendrick
fascinating.
Lamar, Shaman from Santana. Not all these
Wow.
are stuff that came out last year, just stuff I experienced last year. Then my favorite album last year was Beyond 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 from the Crane Wives, my favorite bestest band ever. I love them so much. A Mocha called it sad mom music, and it totally is, and I love it for that.
That's badass.
Did you have a favorite album last year, Shiki?
No, I
Of
don't put
course you
albums on
didn't.
my
I
media
know you
thread.
don't. I know you don't, because you don't care about music unless it's attached to an anime opening.
That's not why.
No, it's true. It's true. You don't care about music unless it's
That's
attached to
not
animation.
that's not true. You don't
That
even
is
know my
true.
favorite album.
You're right, I don't, because you never talk about music unless it's attached to an
I
anime opening.
I don't like talking about music, but my favorite album is not from a fucking anime. I'm gonna let you know that
Sure
right
it's
now.
not. Sure it's not.
Fine, I'll go through mine because mine is very organized and cool.
Alright, what was your
All right,
favorite video game from last year?
all right, video games. I did three. The best video game I played that came out in 2024 is surprise, surprise. It was Persona 3 Reload. Um, that's fucking 10 out of 10 game. We have a Weeb audience. Weeb audience, go play that fucking game right now. Best game I played that didn't come out in 2024 was I beat Baldur's Gate 3 for the first time.
Wowie
I
zowie.
did a three-man co-op run. We had a three-man party. We played on the second hardest difficulty. And the coolest thing we did is, I guess I'm just gonna yap now. I forget his name. The one of the main three villains, the guy who the Steel Watchers work for. We gave ourselves the task of killing him in the room with all of his Steel Watchers. It took like 3 days, and the end goal was two of us died and the third one flew out using dark magic when we won. So that's what I did. um, and then I did the best game I replayed was just Danganronpa 2, which was also a friend thing. Uh, I do some Puff. The fact that I, with two other friends, play Danganronpa where we voice all the characters and we do this for ourselves and don't record it is insane.
You
That's
know,
what I
why
did.
would you have fun and then not use it for
Yeah.
content, Shiki? Do you not
No,
want to
it's
share the
just
fun with the rest of us, huh?
and then the worst. I also have the worst. The worst new game I played this year was called Yari Mono. It's some RPG Maker Pokemon clone that's really horny. I just played it in like a day because I was bored. It's fine. Worst game I played of all time last year was the visual novel Class of '09. That is fucking
I've
horrendous.
heard many funny things about that.
It's just a really dumb, edgy, stupid game. You'd probably find it a lot funnier than Chas and I did.
Oh. Well, anywho, my five favorite games from last year was Demon's Souls. I still like am dumbfounded that it's called Demon's Souls and not Demon Souls because everyone just calls it Demon Souls.
Well, it's
Uh,
because it's the demon's souls. It belongs to them.
I guess so. And then a Resident Evil Village, which I made a video about, no one watched. It's not one of my best, if I'm being honest. It's just kind of like I had thoughts about this
Ah,
later.
okay.
And then I played Metal Gear Solid 3, which is really fucking good. Such a cool ass game. I played it twice, and it was good. And then I
Mhm.
played Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, which of course it's great. It's Elden Ring. I love From Software.
Yeah.
Woohoo! And then my
All
favorite
right.
one, which you remember what it is, right?
Your favorite game?
Yeah, from last year.
What was it? A Fire Emblem game?
Yes, it was Fire Emblem Fates.
Okay, you played a lot of them, so I kind of just like did
I
statistics.
played this game like 12 times and did a bunch of
You
stupid
did.
challenge
No,
runs.
it was so concerning because like we as his friends would be like, "Hey Puff, what are you doing?" You're like, "Oh, I'm playing Fire Emblem." And we thought, "Oh, he's on to the next game in the series. Good for him." And then eventually we'd actually look at what he was playing. We're like, "Puff, you're playing the same fucking game from a month ago."
Well, yeah, of course, it's a good game. I want to replay this route while doing
No.
this stupid dumb
No, it was
challenge.
such a concerning revelation when we realized he wasn't going through every game in the series. Well, he did that a little bit, but he was mainly just replaying the same game on
Oh yeah,
repeat.
no, like I played like not including Fates like three other Fire Emblem games, and I just like replayed Fates like 12 times because it was my favorite. Conquest specifically is like super fun and good. That's my favorite version of Fates. It's
Nice. Interesting.
yeah. Although I have to be honest, it might have like the worst story of any game I've played in a long time for multiple reasons. Like I don't care about the incest too much. I'm fine with that. Whatever. You know, do your fun fantasy thing. Whatever. Marry your sexy hot stepbrother or sister. Hey, I think Camila's hot too. Way to go. But then like there's just a lot of like inconsistent characterization or just like unsatisfying characterization. Like Xander in particular is like because he's like the conceptual most interesting character in the game where it's like he's this really upstanding noble guy who's inheriting this evil empire and his dad's a fucking asshole, and in his like support conversations like you know it shows he talks about like his struggle with that and his like how he's mad at dad and all that
Hmm.
without really like but then like in the actual game anytime the player character brings up the idea of killing the dad or like usurping him. He's like, well, bro, why would you do that? That's our dad. Don't you trust our great emperor father? Why don't you do well? And then he even like accidentally kills his sister or kills you, and sometimes if we get a game over or whatever, and he still will not change his mind or reevaluate himself. It's so weird and inconsistent. Also, like it's got the most Mary Sue ass main character I've ever seen. Like every time someone talks about like Rey from Star Wars being a Mary Sue, I'm just like, well, sure, okay, yeah, I know she's special, all right, but just seemed like an empty criticism to me. But like if you applied that to Corrin, I'm like, yeah, absolutely, yeah. No, they just everyone loves Corrin to death or is super jealous of Corrin, and like they're safe from everything. Everyone loves them. Everyone adores them. They want to do everything and not kill anyone, and any mistake they make has no consequences long term whatsoever.
Nice.
All right. So, what was your favorite anime from last year?
You're not doing it in the order. It's on my thread. Okay, here we go. All right, anime. Best 2024 anime. I'm gonna be a fucking normie. I watched Frieren, and it is in fact really fucking good.
I'll watch it one day or read the manga. It seems interesting.
The anime is super good. I would recommend it. A lot of good stuff about Frieren. I think Fern is very funny. Stark is my fucking goat. Um, Obviously, animation very pretty. The whole concept of it being like what happens to the immortal character once the Dragon Quest party wins is a cute idea.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
Also, Buff, I haven't told you about this. In the tuning exams arc, they introduced these little birds that are the size of finches, and they could solo most anime versions.
Oh, sick.
They react to magic immediately and fly at like supersonic speeds. It's one of the funniest fucking arcs. Okay, then the best thing I watched for the first time, not from 2024, was I finished Fruits Basket. I watched the Fruits Basket final season. The final season is like emotionally exhausting. Basically, every single episode is either starting or concluding one of the most dramatic arcs for the characters I've ever seen. Fruits Basket is just a really good emotional story. Honda is a character where every time she talks, it breathes life into my soul. She's so fun. Only criticism I'd get Fruits Basket is it's really like it's got it's got the two shojo memes, Puff. A lot of incest and a lot of dubious age of consent. It's got more than it's got too much.
Kick ass. Badass.
So there's that. And then the best thing I rewatched is I rewatched Kill la Kill, and Kill la Kill still fucking peak because triggers that fucking trigger.
All right, well, anyway, my favorite anime from last year was Akudama Drive, which I'm sure most of you have never heard of before. It's from like I think like the Danganronpa writers made or something related to Danganronpa, I heard. Anyway, and then Konosuba
it looks like Danganronpa.
Yes, and then Konosuba season 3 where they made Kazuya such a sexy ass man slut. So many Kazuya fan service this season. It was weird. I loved it. It was funny.
Nice.
Then Ancient Magnus Bride season 2. Well, I watched both season 1 and 2, and they were both great.
Okay.
That was great. The music is so good in that show.
Nice.
It's so good. And then Sao Alicization, which some of you might be surprised to see here. It was pretty cool.
Everyone wait for the SAO video where we come out swinging
one day.
And we reveal we like SAO.
One day.
I'll be a fun
I'm now imagining a picture of Natsu and Kirito like shaking hands, like the one with the two muscular guys like shake on.
That would be funny.
And then the bestest, most favoritist one was Girls Band Cry, which was super great. Great music, great characters.
Really good 3D animation.
Yeah, and the main character she's a fucking cunt. Like the type of lady.
She's such a little shit. I love her so much.
She's a spoiled, bratty little cunt, and I love her. Like she's the type of person who'd start a fire, then find a way to justify herself. It's great.
Mm-hmm. I think the two scenes for her that sold us are when she attacks that guy with a lamp in the street, and when she pours juice on her friend for no fucking reason.
I know.
She's a little lunatic. Oh, and then worst anime I watched this year is I think also Puffs, which is Bakugan Battle Brawl.
Oh yeah, no, like I have my worst list at the bottom.
Bakugan Battle Brawlers did not age well, unlike a lot of our other favorite things. It was just bad.
Yeah, they had one neat twist that wasn't as cool as it could be, and that's kind of like all you can really say for it.
I think we've shit on it in another video, funny enough.
Yeah, anyway, I have my 5 favorite anime movies here.
I don't I don't think I watched
Oh,
five.
okay. I guess you know, I'll just skip over those then because you don't have any. Favorite non-animated shows? Do you
Oh,
have?
I just fused my movies and my anime movies because I
Oh wait,
didn't
no.
have that much
Favorite
of a difference.
non-anime, not non-animated. That's an important
Oh
difference.
no, no, I combined those anyway because I didn't care.
Okay.
So I'll go in reverse order. My favorite thing that I rewatched is the first Gurren movie, The Lights in the second Gurren. Both Gurren movies were replayed in theaters last year, and I saw the second one, The Lights in the Sky or Stars, in
Oh,
theaters,
dude,
and
they're
that is
so
one
good.
of the greatest theatrical experiences of my fucking life.
Dude, Gurren Lagann's so
Oh
good,
my
man.
god,
If there was one
seeing
person who has not seen Gurren Lagann watching this video, turn this off and go watch Gurren
yeah,
Lagann right now. It's
uh,
a masterpiece.
Puff seeing Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann on a big screen is a phenomenal
Oh
experience.
no! Like if I ever get the chance, I want to do that because I want to see the big robot as big as possible on as
Yeah.
big a screen as
Um,
possible.
my favorite new thing that didn't come out last year was we watched all of Twin Peaks, and the movie Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me was probably one of my favorite parts. I liked Fire Walk with Me a lot. Uh, Twin Peaks is at its best when it's either being extremely dark or extremely fucking funny, and I would say The Return is the peak of the comedy with Dougie
Oh,
Jones.
I love Dougie Jones.
Um,
He's in my next list of favorite
Nice.
non-animated shows.
And I would say the best of
Dougie
it being
Jones.
serious is probably just Fire Walk with Me. Because Fire Walk with Me isn't very funny, like or goofy like Twin Peaks the shows are. It's kind of just like drab and fucked up the whole time. I'm a big fan of it. And then my favorite thing that came out in 2024. Do you remember it?
What was it?
It was Miraculous World London at the Edge of
Oh
Time.
yeah. Oh, that was good. That was good. Last minute
Uh, and
edition, but it was really good.
In case you guys were wondering how much we like Miraculous, unironically, one of the best things we saw last year was the new Miraculous movie.
Well, anyway, my favorite non-anime shit was Pride and Prejudice, based off that old novel you
Nice,
probably heard of before.
nice.
It was pretty cool. I should have put Squid Game on here honestly, but I think I forgot to do it because like I
Well,
literally
Squid
like
Game came out in 2025.
yeah, you're did it?
It came out this month.
I could have sworn I watched it like last year, like right before the end of the year.
Like Squid Game season two?
Yes.
No, I don't. I think you're wrong. Oh, December 26th. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I think it's because like literally I was like watching it the day I made this thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. Okay. So
My
then
bad.
Invincible season 2, which I liked. Invincible's cool. And then Walkthrough season 4, which was super great. Oh my god, Walkthrough's so
It's a
good,
bit of
guys.
a bitch to watch, but
you gotta go to the dark web to find
you
it.
mean Mocha and I have to send you the link that we found after searching for like a month?
And then I
Um,
just put the entirety of Twin Peaks, which you know we talked about. And then
yeah.
my favorite thing was Game of Thrones season 1 to 6. Like you know, it started to fall off on 5, and then like a whole lot more on 6. But like 6 is still like watchable, so I included it in the
One
good
is
part.
much nicer to six than I
Like
am.
yeah, it's watchable. It's definitely the like third worst season of the show
Yeah.
without a
Well,
doubt.
yeah.
But it's just like
Well,
it's not as horrendous as the last two.
no, that's not possible.
Yeah, I know. And then
And that's fair because season three is like my favorite season of television ever.
I know. Oh my god, it's so sad what happened in that show, man.
Oh
But
yeah,
anyway,
that's fucked
my
up.
favorite live action movies was RRR, the greatest piece of propaganda I've ever seen. It was
Hell
awesome.
yeah, hell yeah.
Uh Nightcrawler, which was like if Michael Scott was evil and competent. Uh
Nightcrawler is a really good. It took you that long to watch it?
yeah. Anyway,
That's crazy. It's like Mocha's second favorite movie. He's been adamant for years on making sure everyone in the cult
oh yeah,
watches
no, he's the
it.
one who made me watch it.
Yeah, I figure. I'm surprised it took him that long.
And then Poor Things, which was I think that there was like that stupid discourse around about like, oh, the child porn. It's like, no, it's a grown ass lady. Get over
But
it.
also the point is they're using her to show the way people are predatory towards young women.
Yeah, I know. Like, what's a safer way to show that than to put than to have like you know in universe the little girl's brain inside of an adult woman's body? Like,
Yeah,
We
because
didn't.
that's what it
We got an
like. It's
adult
supposed to make
actress.
you feel uncomfortable. It's
Yeah,
a
like that.
messed up
Yeah, yeah,
movie.
yeah. And then Hundreds of Beavers, which is like the funniest thing ever.
Nice.
Shiki, you have to see Hundreds of Beavers,
I will
please.
watch
I'm
it
begging you. It's
eventually.
so funny. And then my
Uh,
favorite, I didn't. This might surprise you more. I haven't seen Whiplash until this year.
no, that's not that weird because it got like taken off streaming services recently. Like not recently. There was like a chunk where it was off Netflix, and it was like, get it.
Anyway, super good movie. Super
Great
great
movie.
movie.
Oh, Puff!
Awesome.
I yesterday watched what is that actor's name? The actor in Whiplash. He's so good.
Uh, I was gonna say James Earl Jones, but
Miles
that's not
Teller.
right.
Miles Teller. No, I watched Miles Teller's worst movie. I watched Fan Four Stick with Mocha yesterday.
Wow.
That movie fucking sucks. Anyway,
Wowie zowie.
two worst movies I saw in 2024. The worst new one is I watched Migration, and it's a Illumination animation movie. Of course, it fucking sucked. And then Puff, you know what the other worst movie is?
What's the other worst movie?
The worst non 2024 movie I watched, which I watched with Puff because I knew he wouldn't make it through it alone, is the Last Jedi is great. The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have this fucking Star Wars conversation now. Okay, so, honestly, I didn't like feel much of anything when I saw the original trilogy because
Okay.
I watched all the movies for the first time last year, and honestly, I felt like I saw them 100 times when I was watching them, and like I think I just had the experience like ruined for me because like every
Too
single
much
scene.
cultural osmosis.
Yeah, like I feel like I've seen the movie 100 times. I've seen all these scenes talked about to death and back, and like probably seen them all somewhere individually. I've probably seen the whole
Mhm.
movie already, like the individual clips in
That's super
at
funny and
some point or
probably
another in
true.
my life. So yeah, I didn't feel much when I saw it, but like whatever, they're fine, whatever. The prequels,
Are
uh,
boring but
yeah, they're
funny.
super boring and they're funny sometimes, and I kind of get like where the love comes from because if you love conceptually what's going on, I can kind of see it. Because like some, it's like oh yeah that's kind of a fun character arc for that character. Too bad the acting is fucking terrible, and I'm looking at a CGI mess, and the plot's kind of weird. Uh,
No,
but anyway,
I think the best thing I saw is it may have been H Bomber guy who said it, but someone said the prequels are great thematically.
thematically and only thematically. I've
Yes.
heard, I've been told that the book version is like actually super
There's
fucking
a
good.
book version. That's
Yes, there's.
fun.
I
All
think it's
right.
called like Star Wars Prose.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I remember hearing some fun excerpts about it, like that guy Count Dooku, like when Anakin's about to chop his head off, it talks about how he's flashing before his life is flashing before, and how like he's thinking about like oh my entire life Palpatine was building me up just to have this Anakin kid tear me down, and he
Right.
realized how dispensable he was, and it goes into great detail about what he's feeling in that moment. It's supposed to be really fucking cool and good, and also like
Cool.
apparently it brings up some interesting points that like the movie like I guess technically the movie did because it was in the movie, but like it brings more attention to it, like how the Emperor Palpatine has like kind of already started to win because he made the Jedi like participate in war and like take sides in war and like
Right.
do that. Like that's kind of interesting and cool. That like apparently the novel brings more attention to that. That
That's
sounds
cool
great.
and fun.
Yeah, but anyway, prequels fucking bad movies overall.
Oh, just to be nice, I like the original trilogy more than Puff, probably just because I grew up with it. But I think like Empire Strikes Back is like it's a phenomenal movie. I think Return of the Jedi is kind of mid, and I think New Hope is very fun. Also, like I think even you agree with this, Puff. If you can get one that George Lucas didn't fucking ruin, um, all the effects are so fucking charming
Yeah,
in
they're
old
nice.
movie.
They're nice.
Well, all old movies have this thing where it's like, man, you can tell the people making this were like, holy shit, we're making a movie.
I know. Oh, why
Yeah,
can't
they're
we have
fun.
puppets back? Give us puppets back. Give us
So
back our
anyway,
puppets.
then the sequel trilogy,
Force
uh,
Awakens, it's all right. Like
fine.
fine. Like
I think the best thing about Force Awakens is I think this is controversial among Star Wars nerds, but I really like the way the lightsabers look and feel, especially in Kylo versus Rey.
yeah. I remember hearing a bunch of dumb fucking discourse about something like this is so overblown. Like the movie is just fine. I can't believe some people get so passionate about this fucking mid ass shit,
No,
man.
it's just meh. Like it's such a meh. Um, and then Last Jedi, where oh no, Puff, no matter which answer we give, we're spicy.
I like The Last Jedi. It was my favorite Star Wars movie. It still is my favorite
it's
Star Wars
it's
movie.
my favorite but it's probably my second or third favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
like
just
it a
like,
lot.
whoa, cool cinematography, character arcs that I like care about happening.
An
Wow,
overarching theme.
wowie zowie. Oh my god, I'm liking this. Oh, they're building up some cool stuff for the next movie. Wow, that was kind
Mm,
of neato. But like, I remember like one thing that I think in retrospect, like this is a complaint I've heard a lot, and I think I kind of get it now. Is that like people like they don't like where Luke's character went because like Luke was like they're like Jedi never gives up all that. So like I guess
mhm.
like from my perspective, like an equivalent to that for me, because like these people grew up with the original trilogy, I didn't, would be like if I saw a bad end version of Monkey D. Luffy, and I can imagine that making me mad. So I think I understand where they're coming from now.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I love everything about Luke in that movie. I like everything about Luke in that movie, and especially like the way he dies in the last tricky pulls against Kylo. I really liked. It was super cool, like
Oh,
him like
small
him
thing,
kind of
Puff.
embracing the
Um,
pacifist side of the Jedi while also doing the super impressive feat that like kind of insane when you think about showing him as
yeah,
a real master of the Force and all
yeah,
that.
yeah. Like it shows immense force power while also showing a lack of violence.
Yeah,
Um, no, Puff. Also, tiny thing about that movie. The stupid little ghost Yoda looks like a fucking puppet and sounds like a puppet. He's great. He looks like a senile old man,
yeah,
like
he's
he
fun.
should.
He's cute. He's cute. I love
um,
him.
yeah, just Last Jedi, I think, is very fun, and I like it. And another common complaint for it that I don't agree with is that it didn't leave any room for the next movie. Which, like, yes, it did. It didn't leave room for it didn't leave room for what J.J. Abrams wanted, but it did leave room to do things.
Yeah, like continue the fucking character arcs that you set up, like
Yeah, like the fact
Finn.
that Kylo's the leader of the fucking
Yeah, yeah,
um
how are we gonna redeem Kylo? Because we want to redeem Kylo. How is that gonna play out?
especially
Whoa.
now that he's the leader. He's an angsty, insane young guy who's now the leader of a hyper-fascist military. What's going to happen there? That's crazy. How the fuck does Hux feel about this? Well, I'm the spy. But no, how does
Oh
Hux feel
god.
about this? Because he's loyal to the concept of fascism, but he hates Kylo because he's a little shit. Or there's just a lot of fun, interesting things that, yeah, I would have liked to see explore more. Anyway, then the Rise of Skywalker happened.
Fucking worst movie I've ever seen,
Somehow
maybe.
Palpatine returned.
Like the
Oh
fact that
no!
he
Oh
returned
no,
in the
Ray!
fucking like text crawl in the first 5 6 it's like, whoa, my god, you don't even care. You're just pretending the last movie didn't happen or something, or the last movie was completely different. Oh
Oh
my
no,
god.
J.J. Abrams so obviously is kind of just trying to pretend that he did all three movies,
Oh my god. Ah.
which is, it's also Disney's fault for like they switched
I
J.J.
can't
Abrams with
believe
Josh.
Disney put their fucking. This was embarrassing. This felt so
Yeah.
unprofessional.
No, no,
Honestly.
like quite literally, like Disney literally like kowtowed to fan criticism. Like people are like, Force Awakens is a rehash of New Hope, make something different. And then they did because they brought in Ryan Johnson, he made something different. But a lot of people are like, no, it's too different. Why'd you do that? And then they bring in J.J. Abrams, like appease the fans. And J.J. Abrams is like, okay. And that's why you get a bunch of weird, confusing shit, and it's also just not very good.
Just like,
Hey,
okay.
remember when Chewie died because Finn doesn't have like depth perception? Not depth
Yeah.
perception, like object
Oh my god. There's
permanence.
like fucking 5 things wrong with that scene where it's just like, okay, you have the fucking stupid Finn thing. You have Rey unlocking the dark side of the Force and then be like, "Oh, we don't trust you anymore." And then like that never comes up again for the rest of the movie. Or not even like Rey's feelings about it ever come up again for us. It's just fucking dropped there. It doesn't matter at all. And then you have like this oh, it turns out Chewie's okay, but then they have this triumphant music playing, so it's like, "Wait, are you saying I should be happy that Chewbacca's
That he's
captured?" It's
enslaved.
such a weird like that you couldn't decide what the tone of the scene should be.
No.
Like
Um.
it was so fucking stupid, honestly, and also like,
Mhm.
oh my god, and then like Finn saying, Ray, I got to tell you something before we
Well, that's
die,
because
and
they
then
got
that's
rid of
also fucking
because they
dropped.
deleted Rose as a
I
character.
swear they edited this movie in like half a day. they edited it
Hmm.
in half a day because like it's not comprehensible. They bring up and drop so many plot points. It feels like there's so many scenes missing, and
Hmm.
like and at the same time, so many scenes over there don't mean fucking anything or contradict a ton of shit that happened earlier. And they're like, oh, when
Also,
fucking Kylo's like, oh, I said your parents were nobodies because they chose to be nobodies, and actually the whole
it's
thing
like
we had
fuck
last movie fucking
you.
didn't happen, you
Um,
know.
which is also just like funny thing is like from a marketing standpoint, I think it's better for Disney if Rey is nobody because then it's kind of like the Pokemon thing. Like anyone can be a Pokemon trainer, anyone could be invited to Hogwarts, anyone can be a Jedi. Like it's more appealing to know that no matter who you are, you can be a special magic boy.
Yeah, you know
Like
that's
that's
yeah.
like yeah.
Oh my god, there's
Um
so much stupid shit in that movie. It
yeah.
was so like remember in the final battle where like all the voices of the Jedi are going into Rey's head, and then you have Anakin say, "Bring balance to the Force, Rey," like I did. I'm like, Anakin, the
Fuck
fuck you
you,
doing here?
Anakin.
Fuck you, man. Fuck
Fuck
you,
you,
man.
Anakin. Anyway, no, but the peak of that movie, guys, was as you know, as anyone who's seen it knows, at the end of the movie, an old woman comes up and says, "Who are you?" And Ray's like, "I'm Ray," and she's like, "Ray who?" And then the music slows, and she says, "Ray Skywalker." You should have heard Puff going, "No, no, no!" The whole scene. It was
Cause I
phenomenal. He
knew
was
what she
losing
was
his
gonna say,
mind.
and I was like, "No, don't you fucking say it! Don't you say the stupidest goddamn thing you can say right now! Don't you dare! Don't!
Uh,
No, don't! No!"
anyway, can we do shows now?
Oh my fucking god! Oh,
Okay, I didn't get
I
to do
don't even
shows,
give
so
a
I'm gonna do
shit about
shows now.
Star Wars, and still this movie makes me so mad.
Anyway, I didn't get to do shows, so I'm gonna do shows now.
Okay, go do shows.
My favorite show 2024 show that I watched is also Wakfu season 4. It's fucking phenomenal. Wakfu is great. Um, uh, best non 2024 show, just like Puff, it was Twin Peaks, specifically season 1. I think was stronger. And then favorite show that I rewatched is I rewatched all of Wakfu and prep for season 4, and season 2 is fucking amazing. And then worst shows. I'll say the lighter one first. I watched the Avatar live action, and yeah, it wasn't very good, but I actually finished it like quickly, unlike the live action One Piece. Thus, it's better. Also, I just liked it more. I thought I laughed more at the dumb shit they did. Like I genuinely want them to adapt the whole series in that style because I would have a fucking blast. And then Puff, we've already ranted about it. The worst show that you and I both watched was Game of Thrones season 8, which is an
Oh,
abomination that we've yelled about
fucking
enough.
oh yeah, Evil Puff video's already up in case you missed it. In case one of our
Hmm.
200 loyal viewers missed it.
Hmm.
Um,
Anyway, manga time.
woohoo, manga. Oh, you know what my
All
five
right.
favorite manga were?
Is Bleach up there?
No, because I didn't read Bleach last year.
Oh, I thought you did because you made the Bankai video.
Uh oh yeah, I reread it. I completely forgot, but I didn't put rereads on here.
I don't. Did you put Soul Eater? Or did that also count as a reread?
I didn't count Soul Eater, even though I technically did read it all for the first time this year.
Okay.
So like it felt like cheating, honestly. But anyway, my five favorite manga was 20th Century Boy, My Love Story, Hoseki no Kuni, or Land of the Illustrious if you're not a helpless weeb, My
Hmm.
Hero Academia, and My Dress Up Darling. I loved My Dress Up Darling so much. It was so funny. It was so sweet. It was so
Nice.
cool. And I
Um.
love how it delves into fandom and such. It's so fun. I love it so
Nice.
much.
Oh, and then because I'm a bigger fan than Puff, I cannot recommend My Love Story, the manga and anime enough.
It's
It is
super
the
funny.
cutest, sweetest, funniest, most like positive bro relationship, positive girlfriend boyfriend relationship series. I love it to death.
This is literally the most wholesome manga on the planet. And like I remember chapter 1, what grabbed me was the fucking bromance, man. That bromance was so good.
And it never
Oh,
went away. It was always
I
Kino.
know. Oh, it's
Anyway,
so good.
my favorite manga. Favorite thing I reread. I reread Bleach. Whoopie fucking do. It's my second favorite manga. Who'd have thought?
Yay.
Third favorite manga. My bad. And then favorite new thing. MHA ended, and MHA is great. So that's that. And then my favorite non 2024 things are one is I'll put the legit one. I read Flame of Recca from start to end, and it's just a really good battle shonen from the 2000s. It has a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho inspiration DNA in it. So if you're really into Yu Yu Hakusho, I would recommend Flame of Recca. I think that it's very fun. And then this one's kind of cheating because like I've seen a lot of the anime and I read the last few arcs of the manga, but this is the first time I read the manga from start to end, and that's Haikyuu. And Haikyuu's a 10 out of 10. Haikyuu's one of the greatest sports anime and manga of all time.
Amen. Amen.
Worst things. You don't have a comment on either of these. The two worst things I read are one, Persona 3 Reload. Atlas released like some 3 chapter fucking promo thing for it, and it pissed me off solely because it was another excuse for Persona fans to not play the fucking games, something they are infamously bad at doing.
Wow. Wow.
And then a worst thing I found is I am a Beyblade Metal head. I grew up watching Beyblade Metal. I've rewatched it several times on my own and with my friends as an adult because we are fucking losers. But the Beyblade Metal manga finally had like a good English translation online, and then I read it with my friend in a day, and it fucking sucked. But it was good to finally read it.
Hell yeah. Well, anyway, I have five my favorite comics from last year. I don't think you did that. So I
Favorite
have
comments? No, I
no,
did
no, no
not do.
comics.
Oh, comics. No, I don't read comics.
Yeah. So I got Space Dumplings, which is from okay, I forget this guy's name, but like he made some really good ones. Like my favorite comic from the year before was Blankets, which was really super fucking good. It's been a long time since any story hit that close to home for me. Really cool stuff. And then I just read more of his stuff, and two of them landed on this list. Space Dumplings, which is just fun, like a very tonally different from his other stuff, which is more like this fun space adventure, like if you have like a 12-year-old who likes space, give them this book. I'm sure they'll have fun. There's giant space wheels and stuff. It's cool. Mouse, sorry, that wasn't from the same guy. The one from the guy was Habibi, which was just a very heavy story about a lot of different things. I would highly recommend it. Also, it's black and white, so if you're a manga head, it's like manga again, except you're reading left to right again. So
I'm going to assume because it's called Habibi, it has something to do with the Middle East.
yes, absolutely, yes, it is. That is where it takes place. Yep.
I would assume. Okay, I'm a genius. Oh,
All
I
right.
did do one thing. My
I'm not
last
done
one.
yet. I'm not done yet.
No, let me do one thing. Fine,
Okay.
finish your comics. Finish your
All right.
comics.
5 was Mouse, A Survivor's Tale, which is about the
Badass.
Holocaust, but like they do it in the sense that like all the different races are like different animals, and that's fun. It really isn't about the Holocaust. It's more so like autobiography of a guy interviewing his dad about the Holocaust, trying to write a book about the Holocaust. It's very fun, and honestly, like it is very sad and downer, not because it's about the Holocaust, but because of what it says about stories about the Holocaust. Because like, yeah, man, we have 10,000 stories about the Holocaust, and still no one seems to have learned what they had to learn from that. Like the screenshot I chose is a character saying, "Sai, I'm not talking about your book now, but look at how many books have already been written about the Holocaust. What's the point? People haven't changed. Maybe they need a newer, bigger Holocaust." Which is just very
Nice.
funny. Number 3 was Superman for All Seasons, which was just a good Superman comic, and I like good Superman comics. And then the best one was Spawn, because it is thematically the same as Shadow the Hedgehog.
Nice. That's a
But
great
also
read.
just being really cool, and obviously the artwork's fucking great, and it's just a really great comic. Spawn. I didn't read all of it. It was just like the original run with I think the original writer had a hand in it. So like, which is still like most of it, but like still,
Cool.
technically not all of it.
Nice.
All right, your
I
turn.
forgot what comic I was going to talk about, but I can talk about the only other thing on my thread, which is I did my 4 favorite openings, 3 of which came out like in the first few months, which is hilarious.
Wow.
Um, my favorite opening, my 4 favorite are the Persona 3 Reload opening, because all Persona openings are awesome. The Reload opening has the funny meme where I can send a video of the 11 characters activating their persona, and I can be like, me when. Um, then we got the best One Piece opening of all time, the latest one.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Not the Fishman Island one, the Egghead one. It's
No,
just the best One Piece opening.
it looks
There
super
isn't a
good.
contest. There just isn't a contest. Um, and then the Mash opening, the meme one. It's
Bing bong
so
bong ring bong bong
fucking good.
ring bong
Because
bong bong.
I read Mash from chapter one, so seeing it pop off is very satisfying. And then Dan to Dan also has a great opening because there's cool visuals and dancing, which I'll be honest is kind of all you need to be a 9 out of 10
And,
opening for me. I'm
honestly,
not
it is a
picky.
fucking crime that we have like 30 One Piece openings, and not a single one is just different random members dancing like they're all friends.
That
Like different
is
random characters,
unhinged.
yeah.
That is
We
unhinged.
should, everyone should just do that. Like, just have all the characters, no matter whether they want to kill each other or not, dancing side by side in unison, having a grand old time. We should, every series deserves at least one opening like that.
Nice. What was the next thing?
The next thing on my list is my four favorite live performances, in which there were only four. Take your mom to the ballet. It's some real fucking culture. You stinky ass weebs watching this video. Take your mom to the ballet. The Hamlet was actually like a masterpiece.
Wow, really? Shakespeare wrote a masterpiece.
You know, the thing is, it was literally like it didn't have any of the dialogue, right? Because it was a ballet, and it was just like
Yeah.
told visually. And I remember the opening was super strong. Like you have like all the characters like around the table laughing, feasting, and all that, and you just have Hamlet in the corner sitting in like this cuck chair, like almost facing the audience, and he just looks like the saddest man imaginable. It was so good, and the visual effects was like really good. Like the stuff they did with character silhouettes, and like this one great effect was when a character throws himself into the ocean. What they did was they had this big blue waving curtain behind them, and then something grabbed them from behind the curtain and just like lifted them up as it was flipping and flapping around, and they went like 30 feet in the air as just like someone behind the curtain grabbed them, and that's how they showed someone like floating in the ocean. It was so cool and good. Oh my god. Go to Toronto, Ontario, and watch Hamlet right now.
Uh, cool. Nice.
All right. Then do you have things without a category?
No, I already said
Because
everything.
I do. I have the Zesty Rumble, Guards, a Discworld novel, the Parkour Civilization Saga, One Piece fan letter, and Bleach Can't Fear Your Own World.
No, I guess if I was going to include anything, it would be two of the things you said, which is Can't Fear Your Own World is shockingly great for a fucking English translation of a Shonen Jump 3 novel sequel series.
I know, like, oh my god, like,
It's
I,
great.
I know, I know.
No, after
I'm
reading
now,
it, I'm
I'm
now
now,
mad that One Piece will never have a novel half
I
that good.
know. It's just like, oh my god,
I
like, it
fucking
got,
hate the Ace novels, by the way. I hate those.
what novels?
The Ace novels.
Oh yeah, you told me that they
I
were
don't
born.
like those at all.
Yeah,
Well,
I
they do
gave
this
them a
weird thing
shot.
where
I
like
got bored reading after
Well,
like
like even early on, they're weird. Like there's a lot of imagery of Ace being like Jesus and having like a halo and shit. And it's like, why are we doing this? Can we stop?
uh
So I didn't like that. But no, Can't Fear Your Own World's just phenomenal. It feels like Bleach still.
yeah. Now, anywho, I have the top 5 hottest fictional men and women.
Oh, please don't share that.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
I
It's
don't,
already on
because I
screen,
don't
Shiki. It's
trust
already on
you.
screen. I'm recording my phone right now.
Oh.
It's on the screen. I'm sorry.
It's on your phone. You don't have to share that. You
I'm
can put
sorry,
that.
Shiki, but the Camila gif is already on screen. I don't know what to
Okay.
say. It's magic. I can't stop it. I can't scroll my phone anymore. I can't, like, the Camila ass gif is just on the screen now, and I can't stop it.
I have no comment on Puff's ranking. I don't care.
What about the hottest fictional men, huh?
I also don't care.
Come on. Well, anyway, I have the 5 worst things, which was A, Card Fight Vanguard, which we both saw, and we both know why it's like it was good
Uh,
to a point, and then it just went super downhill, and it was just really
Basically,
disappointing.
it rejected the one thing that made it special, and then
Yeah.
it just became dumb and generic.
Like literally, it's a card game anime that was like about like the meta of playing a IRL
Like
card game.
actually about like deck building and learning how to build a deck and like booster pack releases and how that fucks with shit. And it was actually it wasn't magical. It was just a fucking card battle series. And then by the end of season 1, it's about 2 guys with magic cheating powers that let them top deck their opponent just fighting.
And like the thing is, like, I remember what the main character says in that final fight is, they're like, oh, will I cheat with superpowers or will I win the old-fashioned way? And then he says, I'm gonna make a path of compromise. And it's like, what's the compromise between cheating and not cheating?
No, he
What does
bought
that look
magic
like?
No, he got magic cheat powers, but they weren't evil magic cheating
What
powers.
the
They were
fuck, man?
good magic cheating.
Even within the realm of, oh, let's have silly magic card games, it's just like, that was a bad silly magic card game because the character arc didn't make any fucking sense in there.
Well, because that, what was his name? Kai?
I think Kai's the rival.
Because that Kai ended the series the best character, or at least ended the season the best character, because he ended the season a hater who was like, fuck magic cheating bullshit.
I think they made a remake. I'm not sure if that like does the same thing or not. Maybe it doesn't.
I don't care. But yeah, no, Cardfight Vanguard was pretty bad.
Yeah, and then I have Bakugan Battle Brawlers, which
Also very bad.
yeah.
Wow, kids' toy commercials. I can't even say they're all bad. I'm watching Beyblade X Weekly and I'm having the time of my fucking life.
And then I have Nostalgia Critics of the Wall.
Oh yeah, we did watch that.
That was not. It was a really funny bad experience, but like it was also very infuriating, and he makes so many dumb points that I get mad while I do it.
No, it deserves all the hate it got, like
Yeah.
justifiably.
Yeah, and then the Rise of Dog Shit. Oh, by the way, on my media thread, I put like I put every Star Wars movie with mid in the title, so like Star Wars: A New Mid, Star Wars: The Mid Strikes Back, except for the Rise of Skywalker, which I called the Rise of Dog Shit. And then Game of Thrones season 7 to 8 was the worst fucking thing. Ah, shit. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Video
yeah,
over. Fuck
yeah.
you, Dave and fuck you, D&D. Fuck D&D. I hate D&D.
Okay,
D&D
wait,
sucks
video
fucking-
over. We're not gonna do anything else. Okay.
You want to do something else? I thought we did the media thread thing because we ran out of stuff to do.
That's true. I guess another thing we do is say, "Hey guys, we're watching Love Live, and anyone who says Muse is the best part of the series is a fucking liar, and they need to be gone."
Oh, you know, it's so weird because I remember I gave it a shot a few years ago. Like, all right, people are talking about Love Live and how it's cool. You know, this guy What the What who makes videos like seems to love it a lot. I'll give it a shot. You know, and then like it was, I just got so unbelievably bored. I dropped halfway through. But then like, you know, as the years went on, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just didn't give it a fair shot because it was too fucking girly. And like I was like 16 or whatever. I'm like, oh, I don't like girly shit. Maybe I didn't give it a fair enough shot. And then we watched it together. I'm like, wow. It's fucking bad. It's not good.
School Idol Project is god awful. And then we watch Sunshine. Like, oh shit, Sunshine's just really good. Hold
yeah,
on.
no, like I understand where the love comes from now. This is a good show. Wow.
And then we watch Nijigasaki. We're like, oh wait, this is just pretty good. Hold on. And
Hey,
now
well,
we're on the third season of Superstar, and we're like, hold on, the third season of Superstar might be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
yeah, and like I think it's it's a shame that most of the songs are forgettable as all fuck. But Nijigasaki was kind of a standout because it had like solo idols, so like, you know, solo performances, and each one had their own style, which like did make the songs probably better for the most part. Like my favorite girl, Setsuna Yu, who just sings like she's a shonen and she's singing for a shonen anime opening.
Like, yeah, that's her gimmick, which is great.
Yeah, and then you have like Karin, who like sings like Lady Gaga. Like that's the only way I can think to describe it, is like she's a Lady Gaga clone. And like that kind of helps her stand out. And yeah, it was pretty neato burrito. Also, most disgustingly gay fucking thing I've seen in a while.
It's kind of awesome how when we started, I was like, "Hey, Puff, how gay do you think Love Live is going to be?" And you're like, "I don't know." And then we watched the School Idol Project. We're like, that wasn't that gay. And then we watch Sunshine. We're like, okay, Sunshine's pretty fucking gay.
Yeah, all right.
And
They
then
had romantic hand holding during the midnight, and like across the balcony, hands touching. Like, okay.
Or when she literally just yelled "I love you" to her in front of a sunset. That was very gay. And they're like, okay, that was pretty gay. And they're like, Puff, do you think it can get gayer? And you said no. Like a
Boy,
fool.
was I wrong. Because apparently in this one scene in Nijigasaki, it's the buildup is like, oh no, my friend is talking to other girls, and that's making me jealous. And then they have a talk about like, I wanted to be an idol just for you. I want you to look at only me. And then the fucking leg clench happens. The fucking leg. I remember I was like I was being a funny guy. I was like, come on, Shiki, it's all in your head. You're imagining this thing. You just want them to be gay because you're a gay little guy or whatever. And then I kept posting that quote of that one guy saying like, anyone who mistakes like brotherly love for Eros has clearly never had a real friend before. I kept reposting that over and over. And then suddenly the fucking leg, as she's crying into this woman's bosom, she clenches her legs around around her legs, and I'm like, oh my god, you're like
Mhm.
you're like half a fucking breath away from like humping this lady's leg. Oh my god, you're so
Okay,
fucking horny. Keep it in your pants. Control yourself,
so
woman.
basically, watching Love Live with Puff is like obvious gayness appears, and then I keep calling it gay, and Puff keeps saying, "What are you talking about?" Until a point
Gal
comes where he's like,
pals. They're
and then the
gal
point comes where
pals.
he's like, "Fine," like in Superstar. I was like, "Man, Cuckoo and Sumire are really gay," and you're like, "Nah." And then the
Gal
whole scene on the
pals.
shrine happens. You're like, "Nah, nah." And then they fucking break down crying about how they keep trying to support each other. And you're like, I'm like, Puff, this is pretty gay. Then you said, "No, it's not." And the second after you say that, one of them said, "I hate you and I love you." And you're like, "Okay, that's pretty
Okay,
gay."
yeah.
So basically, Love Life is a very fun series.
Yeah, you know, it's fun. Except for the first season, School Idol
No,
Project,
I
which is
don't
like
like
actually
I don't like School Idol
actually
Project at all.
really boring and
Which is
like
really sad
if you
because
want to
that's
get
where
into
Nico
Love
Nico
Live,
Me is
if you
from.
want to get into Love Live, skip straight to Sunshine. I'm gonna say it right now. Just
No,
skip
I
straight
don't
to
think you
Sunshine.
can because Sunshine is like a lot of Sunshine comes from the fact that it's a sequel to School Idol
Well,
Club.
yeah, but all you have to understand is, okay, it's a sequel. The first one had a group of really cool girls who are legends now, and they were inspired the main
Mhm.
cast. And that's it. You have all the context you
No,
need to enjoy
I'd say
Sunshine
the
now.
peak is still watching everything, but if you can't watch Muse because it sucks, you are justified
Skip
in
it.
skipping.
Skip it. Skip it.
No,
Skip it.
no, like it's very sad because Nico is in season 1, and I like Nico,
Oh yeah, Nico's funny.
and
She was the best part.
Maki was also pretty funny. Too bad the show was bad.
Yeah. Too bad.
All right, we talked about Love Live. Hooray! I think we're done now.
Woohoo! Yeah. Get ready for the Love Live tier list that we're gonna cram in front of a bad One Piece
Two,
opinion in like a
two
month.
different tier lists. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Next week we're back to One Piece.
Oh
You're
yeah, no. When I
welcome.
say before bad One Piece, I mean we're gonna make a bad One Piece video, but it's going to open up with, "Hey guys, let's talk about Love Live for 5 minutes before we
That'd
talk
be
about
super
like."
funny. No, because anyway, yeah, we're back to One Piece, back to standard form. So give us bad One Piece opinions like usual. We have a lot to talk about because it's
Yep.
been a while since. Oh, how fucking long has it been since our last
I
one?
think it's been a couple months.
Months?
Not a couple months, but like a month, I think.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, the last time was the Saul thing,
Yeah.
which was in early December. So yeah, it's been like
Month and a
over a
half.
month,
Yeah.
which is pretty long for us because we just yap about One Piece all day.
Yeah, this is
All
supposed to be a
right,
One Piece channel. What the heck?
yeah.
What are we doing?
Good job for any fucking psychopath that made it to the end of this for no reason.
Hell yeah, you're a true evil pup supporter guy. Thank you so much.
Or you'll
Woo.
just take any fucking background noise you can get.
Dude, how do you think you become an evil puff fan? That's how you get it. You gotta get that certain
that
specific non-filter. You gotta
is
remove your filter like that.
true.
All right. Anyway, goodbye.
Goodbye.
See ya next time.